Good morning. Welcome to FYI. Morning to the FYI family. Wherever you're joining us from this morning, whether you're in Guyana, where we're broadcasting live from the national capital city here in town, or you're somewhere in the diaspora, folks. Welcome to FYI. For your information, folks, it's already the 15th day of February. Believe it or not, Valentine's behind us. We hope the night ended well for most of you, at least. It was a huge fire there at the Castle Hotel in New Amsterdam. Somebody's having a little too much fun. A little too much fun in New Amsterdam. And good morning to each and every one of you. You're now joining us, wherever you're joining us from. It's truly a privilege. We say it every morning, but it is true. It is truly a privilege to have each and every one of you here with us, joining us from those many, many places that you all join us from. We could just reach out and hug you all this morning. Alexis Chamley Richmond, we see you there. Always one of our favorite people. Thanks for always being here, Claire. You're doing your work, getting the day started, and you got us in some left ear or right ear listening. Met a beautiful woman the other day. She said, I watch you on my big television. Yeah. One man accused me, it's probably man in courts. Man accused me of having, of procuring him, to use a legal phrase, to buy a big TV. Man said, I gotta see you on big TV. I said, wow. Courts, Guyana, if I say something bad with courts this morning, the company would know, right? The company would know. Just like that, quick. But the top management want to hear this. Court should cut us a check the amount of things we talk about courts positively. Got people buying appliances and so on. People see our kitchen looking nice and so on. They want the Keurig. They go and buy a coffee maker. Man said, whole smart television. He said, no, little smart TV. Big one, 75-inch. Yeah, I saw a beautiful one in courts over the weekend. I went to get my eyes tested, folks. Over the weekend in courts. You see that? That's a plug already. That's a plug already. The folks were very nice there in the mall. Right? Among the plugs we get to court, they should write, oh, courts, oh. Write us a check. Among the plugs we give to courts. Yeah? And as a young lady, lovely young woman, very professional, in her hijab and very professional. Clicks with all her lens and so on. And I start seeing the thing clear as day. This is the one. How many of you eyes give you a little problem? Yeah, that age and stage. Folks, as I come on here talking like with you guys, I have to be in court for 9 o'clock this morning. We're going to do a 45 minutes program this morning. Try to get in everything we have for you in for. That's a little thing. Try to give you all the information that we can in about 45 minutes. And then I have to run off to be in court. I was asking my attorney, the excellent counsel, attorney at law, Darren Wade, whether I could join virtually this morning. And we just want to play it safe. We want to play it safe. So I'm going to head down there to be in court physically. Still in that matter with the mayor, traffic offense. And I think part of it is, part of the charges there is inciting racial hostility. So we're still in court on those two matters, a traffic offense when we were in defense of the vendors in front of the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. That's still ongoing, believe it or not. So I'm due for an appearance in court on that matter at 9 o'clock this morning. I want to be on time, so we're going to do a 45 minutes. Hard landing, very, very hard landing. Good to see Rastaman here, Debbie Collins, Siobhan, Mark. So I had my eyes tested over the weekend. Yeah, I had my eyes tested. And I saw beautiful television there. It's a beautiful price too. Beautiful price. I think it was a Samsung. Lovely, lovely price as well. Right? Courts, please. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. The amount of business we send you. The man say, make you buy a bit TV. So there, so there I was talking to things. There I was talking to things, and the mic and micing. The mic and micing. But I hope they got the part clear. I hope they got the part clear where I said the court should cut us a check. I hope. Sorry about that. Had to switch out my microphones. Apparently, you got to charge these mics. Apparently, we got to charge your mics. Folks, good to have all of you on with us this morning. Forbes Meduse and Lyndon Gill and Roxanne and Rastaman Debbie and Yolanda Forbes, Courtney. Mike was miking, folks. We're covering a couple of things this morning. And you'll hear us talk more about this over the coming weekend. What's happening in Tobago with this oil spill? A group of concerned citizens and stakeholders. The citizens in this country is the greatest and most valuable stakeholders that we have. And some of them took this ExxonMobil matter to court recently concerning insurance, what they call parent company guarantee. They have all these euphemistic way in which we say it. Parent company guarantee. If anything should happen out there, you have a spill, you have an explosion, that we're covered for any liability that may come our way, right? And that has to be done by ExxonMobil. Now, we had to take them to court for that. And even when the High Court said that it should be, we should have a $2 billion US parent company guarantee until the matter is ultimately decided, we're still fighting the government who's defending ExxonMobil on theirs. And what is happening currently in Trinidad and Tobago, more particularly, should be of concern to all of us because it could happen here. They have an oil spill. And folks, you all know we're in everything. We're in everything. If you take a handful of split peas and you just pelt it, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're viewing us from, you can hit a Guyanese. We all over, we plenty, we enough, and we in everything. We're learning now that the boat that was involved in this incident off of the Tobago shores, it was en route to Guyana. It was coming to Guyana, that's what they tell us. That's what the reports are indicating. And Trinidad said it's working with CARICOM and Guyana to get more details. I think they say 5,000 gallons or something like that of oil. If you see the devastation there, oh, the Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly was livid. Livid. Urban Don, Rihanna Mingo, livid. on this issue. So Guyana is involved. I didn't even see that coming. I should have known. We're saying everything. 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 We're in. Guyana is involved. The boat was coming here. The people ran away and left the boat. They didn't find anybody. Oh, but the damage is mammoth. I want to say catastrophic, but I want to maintain a balance and don't be too sensational. It's millions, if not billions of dollars in damage. The good news is they're saying that satellite image is showing that some of this oil is heading off into the Caribbean Sea. But even that could have impacts to other parts of Tobago and neighboring countries as well. So even though some of it is heading off into the Caribbean Sea, right? It's not a silver lining. Who can pay for all of that? And Guyana name getting called. As I said, the chief secretary was livid. Livid. Who can pay for all of this? This is what, folks, Guyanese everywhere. Those concerned citizens who took this parent company guarantee matter to court are trying to get ahead of. In the event, nobody wants this to happen, but prevention is better than cure. And people who are in the industry said this is the standard. Oh, Jagdiok came out abusing down Justice Sandal Kisoon. He know about oil and gas, and he know too much law and a whole pack of stuff. We showed you right here. And over the weekend, God willing, we're going to be covering this a little more intensely because, again, it has an impact. What's happening here? Yeah. Citronella is my friend these days. I'm at that age and stage. My God, a little bug just buzzing around. Yeah. Abuse out the judge. He know too much law, and he don't know about oil and gas. And well, you know, here's the czar. I'm seeing a little flicker there, folks. If it's a technical issue at our end, let's see if we can work it out. I know that could be a little distracting. A little flicker. Look. I know GPL tested me. You know the czar, well, he came out abusing out the judge. Chami, Roxy, Ruina, y'all remember that? Abusing out Sandal Kisoon. Now, the judge says, until the matter is ultimately heard, let's put it $2 billion US down for safekeeping, just in case. Now, we got to fight them to see that the judge decision was followed. The government said trust them. They don't want to show you documentation that they have procured the parent company guarantee of $2 billion US. They want to rape us. Take all your resources, and they don't want to put down for the oil and gas industry a measly $2 billion. That's chump change to how much they reckon in, but they don't want to put that down. I told you the chief secretary, Farley Augustine, was livid. Who can clean up this mess? Who can pay for it? That's what we're trying to get ahead of, folks. It's what we're trying to get ahead of. Who can pay for it? The devastation that's happening in Trinidad and Tobago specifically on its coastline. And we want to show you all up close and personal over the weekend what could happen to us. It is real, folks. It's not what it tell us. It's what's happening in real time in Trinidad and Tobago and the coastline of Tobago as we speak. And thankfully, the folks are trying to get ahead of the damage escalating any more than it already is. Who's going to pay for it? That's what Augustine asked. Who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for it? That flicker bothering me. These lands on Carifesta Avenue that are being divvied up, sold out. NIS ground, folks, the GNS ground. Look how our poor parents left us that space for recreation. And now, in the name of hotels, and what they call development, we're selling out those lands. People don't like see land at all. Oh, Father, have his mercies. Donna Joseph, Tessa, they don't like see land at all. But of course, just like the typical PPP government, everything is shrouded in secrecy. So we don't know who really buying this land. Jack just said, he think it's state land. As far as I know, well, once you get in that frame of mind, you know what's happening there. Right? He know a lot of things definitively. But when you see they get to that, as far as I know, well, we're hearing a family bequeathed that land to the city. Right? A family bequeathed that land to the city in trust that that land should be used for sporting and recreational activities. Right? Well, I could see them say, well, it's a sporting hotel coming. And people come here and recreate. He says, as far as you know, folks, them boys don't like sea land at all. At all. It's a massive piece of real estate that is selling out here. Right? I wonder how easy it is that you could go to Kuwait, start a company, put a couple of folks behind it, and then come and say, oh, it's a Kuwait company building this hotel. We're still trying to get it married off we had. And remember, that was supposed to be innovative. Who's sharing the light this morning, man? Huh? That's the extent of the land, all that you just saw there. It's 2 grounds. This, I think, is the NIS ground. You're seeing here massive portions of land. They're going to sell out at next to nothing. Put 2 people behind some bogus company and say, oh, it's the Qataris. And it's friends, family, and favorite. Guyana for sale. Vice News told us. Guyana for sale. The NIS ground and the GNS ground. This is a Qatari company. We don't know who, we don't know when, we don't know how much. Shrouded in secrecy. That is a massive piece of real estate there, overlooking the ocean. Our parents have the forethought that we want sports and recreation to be part of Guyanese life and living. That's a slice in the Guyanese dream. We ain't got time with that, We don't have time with that. We just need to sell it out. Hustling for sell it out. But we see this movie before. Who's sharing the light this morning? Huh? Where the bell, man? Let's ring this bell. The city says, Mayor City Council said they're looking into the ownership of the grounds slated for this Qatari hotel. The GNS ground and the NIS ground, massive pieces of real estate. And I thought the Venezuelan border controversy in its most recent iteration would have taught them to have a better appreciation for the Guyana National Service. Because now that we need people to really stand in defense of this country, they come in and mash up National Service. They mash it up. And now they're selling out the ground. Right? Folks asking him because the Saints ground is close by. Why they didn't give them Saints ground? Why Saints ground? Or rather, I heard a reporter ask, and be accurate, whether the Saints ground will also be sold. Whether Saints ground will also be sold. Why didn't give them Everest? Huh? Why didn't give them Everest? Selling out a birthright from under us. You tell me, we producing oil, right? A lot of gas. Every Thursday, same press conference, 1, 2 o'clock, a lot of gas. Right? This money is not money that we need. We're desperate for investment. We got to sell out our children's birthright. So your son and my sons and daughters won't be able, and our grandkids, to play in this green space. Won't be able to play in this green space here because somebody said, look at the size of the land. Right? One hotel going there, that's what they're telling me. You ain't got to pay just now to use a seawall because they said they put in some boardwalk there. You ain't got to pay just now to drive out there, to walk out there on the seawalls. Look at the size and the magnitude of that piece of real estate. Oh, the Qataris got it. We don't know how much to pay, when they pay, if they pay. Everything is secret. Everything is secrets. You don't have a right to know. I don't have a right. Everything is secrets. Look at the size of that land. And one hotel going there? Jesus. My God. Come again, PPP. Come again, PPP. Come again, come again, come again, come again. Next thing you know, the national park gone. Next thing you know, the national park gone. Right? They can say the national park obstructing the view of the city and they bring back the national park. Next thing you know, the national park gone. Right? When you in the national park, taking a run or a walk with your family and a picnic, you can hardly breeze no blackout. All the little salt here blackout to clean out your pores. All the little salt here blackout now. Because somebody wake up one morning and say, no, let me sell this thing here. Friends, family, favorites, and flatterers, and fawners. Let me sell it out. Father of his mercies. The city council said they're looking in to see who really owns his portion of land. Suddenly, I remember he said, I think it's state lands. Can't be too certain. I think it's state lands. Think them boys easy. Look what's happening in Paraguay. Their Senate expelled an opposition voice who called out corruption. This is very important, folks, and I tell you why. Do you know in our National Assembly, we cannot use the word corruption? No, the speakers made corruption a bad word. You cannot stand in a National Assembly and say the PP is corrupt. That's unparliamentary language. Yeah. That's the ruling of the Speaker. The Speaker has the discretion to rule any word is unparliamentary. So just now, to say NIS ground could be unparliamentary. To say GNS ground could be unparliamentary. Yes. You cannot stand in the National Assembly of the Democratic Republic of Guyana and say corruption. And it has gotten even more bizarre. You can't even quote a phrase, a sentence, a line that got the word corruption in it. Ula Sumbo says share the live. You all listen to the fella, man. Hit like and share. Hit like and share. So this could be us. What's happening in this Latin American country? This could be us. You're expelled because you call out corruption. You can't even say corruption. So we're edging. This is why you call it creeping dictatorship. Some folks believe we're already there. You cannot use the word corruption in the National Assembly. Right? But the government can talk about who rigged and who rigged and who rigged. And so many electoral fraud cases languishing in the court, they can't get one conviction. Heading into 4 years of the administration, but they know who rigged. That's not unparliamentary. But corruption. They say the PP is corrupt. Oh, that's unparliamentary. That's unparliamentary. Right? We see the Georgetown Chambers of Commerce continues to flog a dead horse, reiterating its support for the gas to shore. I hear the GCCI on teacher salary. I didn't hear them on that. But on the gas to shore, reiterating their support. Money got to make, I suppose. Money got to make. I'm wondering when the Exim Bank going sign off on the loan. How's that going? What does the Exim Bank know that we don't know? US Exim Bank supposed to be footing the bill for this gas to shore project. But them boys say they're willing to go to loan if they can, if they have to rather. But we're hustling to sell out the NIS ground and the GNS ground. We got the bag. We don't want to pay teachers, pay public servants more. But we could go $1 billion US is the price tag on the gas to shore. And if they tell you it's $1 billion, it must be 3. When they finish with you, it must be $3 billion US. But we can't pay public servants. We could fund somebody's botch brainchild. I think it's how Tobago News characterized it. We could run after that, though. We could run after that. We'd love to hear the GCCI on the Teachers Union strike. We'd love to hear them on that. Reiterate support for the gas to shore project. Money got to make. Money got to make. We saw President Ali and Ashney meeting with the IMF director, managing director. One of the things they were touting is the prudent management. Right? Exim Bank might got different opinions on that. I know a couple of folks who got, in fact, a lot of folks who got differing opinions. Prudent management. You read Tobago News editorial any given day and ask them, an independent media house, very professional, if they believe there's nice time in this country, touting their prudent management with the IMF, the National Monetary Fund's Deputy Managing Director. Take it easy now, but it's not so. You may think so, but it's not so. Right. Touting their, what do you call it? Mr. Kenji Okumura. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. Kenji Okumura, Deputy Managing Director of the National Monetary Fund. Prudent management here, teachers on the street. Teachers on the street will be. I wonder if Mr. Nakamura asked them about that. How y'all teachers doing? Okamura. If Mr. Okamura asked them about that, how y'all nurses going? You got a man calling them, telling them all kinds of nonsense with a sweet man and who picking fear and all kinds of things. Y'all see y'all by apologizing in the papers yesterday. Whole pack of foolishness. And the guy Suko front out here selling dreams still. On the Gaisuko front, Glory Fraser. Out here selling dreams. Oh, Albion going to produce 55,000 tons by 2026. Banking on mechanization because of the 40% shortfall in labor. I want to cut cane no more. People don't want to cut cane. Guys don't want to cut cane. And that's part of the argument we saw. I think it's Keith Bernard making a letter to the editor today. Selling dreams. Selling dreams. How much profit we made off of sugar in the last 3 years? We pumped $50 billion in it. What's the returns, Rishi, Linda, Debbie? What are the returns? Andrew, Sabrina Blue, what are the returns? $50 billion. We good for it? Are we good for it? Again, you see I gotta mention courts again. You see I gotta mention courts again. So happy to see them partnering with the Guyana Police Force and the road traffic, the traffic department. Help to ease the carnage on our roadways, donating a quantity of helmets to the Guyana Police Force. Thank you, courts. Thank you, Unicama. Thank you for that. You see? Very serious business. Y'all be careful out there, folks. Be careful out there. I'm trying to be a hero and get through all the stories we want you guys to take a look at this morning and to consider. First 15 things, folks. Mental health is real. It's a very, very sad one. 13-year-old beaten unconscious by a relative, they tell us. Beaten unconscious. This happened in Region 7 in the Coyote-Mazaruni region. Place called Arau, a riverine community. The teenager, a student of the Arau village, was walking home when her 25-year-old brother, who was armed with a piece of wood, attacked and dealt her several lashes to her back, head, and face, causing her to collapse unconscious on the ground. Police said that the attacker has a history, apparently, of mental health issues. A history. Mental health is real. And we don't talk about it enough. And people who suffer in this way, we don't get them enough support. Real issue. Now the 13-year-old young lady fighting for her life. Thoughts and prayers with her. Is which one of y'all, the Castle Hotel, 3-story hotel in New Amsterdam. It's on fire yesterday, folks. Valentine's Day, somebody left a candle. Burning a candle or two. Burning. It's around 4:30, the lower flat of the northern side of the building. Smoke could be seen emanating from it. Firefighters battled for 3 hours before being able to bring the blaze under control. Right? Dial Jack New, who operates a printing business opposite the hotel, said the Guyana Power and Light personnel had visited the premises twice on Wednesday afternoon before the fire started. GPL personnel visited the premises twice before the fire started. Fire service suspects that the fire is electrical in origin. Which one of y'all left? Which one of y'all left your things plug in? That's an update on that. Which one of y'all left your things plug in? I like how UG operated here. It was pointed out in the law department that I am a happy graduate of the University of Guyana. One way in, one way out. One way in, one way out. That was pointed out, and UG has corrected the problem. Right? By installing a fire escape. Right? That's how progress is made. And the building was, but maybe that was no consideration. Right? We're in the age where we're very concerned about fires. And so UG has now corrected the problem. That is how progress is made, folks. That's how progress is made. I have a couple of minutes more with you, and I'm going to push forward. We're almost where we want to be. Pushing forward, good folks. A couple minutes more before I head off. You see, side hustle every day. Like the road accidents, like the workplace accidents, like the fires in this country. People are held with marijuana, with cocaine. Welcome back, PPP. Just now to say cocaine in the National Assembly is going to be a non-parliamentary word, you see. Marijuana, ganja, it's going to be unparliamentary. Yeah. Little Dubai, folks. Folks in Dubai get caught so often with cannabis sativa and so on, and ganja and so on. These guys were held after an operation was conducted in number 65 village under quarantine on Monday. Right? Kanu said they intercepted a car, and after a search, 3 large parcels containing a quantity of leaves, seeds, and stems were uncovered, suspected to be cannabis. Abdul Shakur of 78th village, Yogindra Bhim Singh, right, of Bank Road, Kurivaton, were arrested and escorted to Kanu headquarters. The contents of the bags weighed 64.6 kg. 64.6 kg. Investigations, they say, are ongoing. Yep. Interesting letter in today's Sabbath News. Keith Bernard says policymakers must prioritize equity and inclusivity in the distribution of wealth in this country. I ain't said it to y'all yesterday. Development in big buildings and roads don't have to be mutually exclusive to the expense of putting food on the table, giving teachers a pay raise. And Bernard makes the point in this lesson today, Sabbath News. Read it in your own time for homework. That more and more as the country develops and becomes wealthier, Guyanese wouldn't want the menial jobs. Because as your cost of living goes up, you look for different kind of work. Sabbath News making the points that you might see an influx, the letter writer rather, Keith Bernard, an influx of foreign nationals to take up those menial tasks, pointing out a number of foreign countries who produce oil, who have to go in this direction. And more as that happens, Bernard says that the wealth has to be evenly distributed. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We're not the first country producing oil. There are positive models out there how wealth transfer can happen. I believe strongly every month Guyanese should hear cha-ching when a transfer happens directly to your bank. That's our money out there. But ExxonMobil forking out the hog of it. The hog of it. Some good news for the police force. After a little while, a man who allegedly tried to bribe a policeman to remove some criminal records. Well, he confessed. Another criminal record. Another criminal record. He was placed on $75,000 bail, pleaded not guilty for attempting to bribe a police officer. Mohammed Isap appeared before Shredded Isaacs Marcus, pleaded not guilty. That on November 10th, 2023, at the Criminal Records Office of Larry, he gave $10,000 to a constable, an agent of the government, an inducement to cause a conviction to be removed from police records unit in favor for himself. In favor of himself. The police did the right thing. The police did the right thing. Right? $75,000 bail. He wanted the conviction to be removed in favor of himself. He was required to lodge his passport with the police. And he's scheduled to return to court March 6th. That's how they're going. Y'all know the band this song? the 6.5 song. You know the band this song? Huh? Yeah. They don't want to be told. You see? It's a 6.5 just now. It's going to be unparliamentary. It's going to be unparliamentary. It's a 6.5. It's going to be unparliamentary. And I love that Christopher Ram keeps on their tails. See about the double standards with trade unions. How is Gawu Records? How is Gawu Records? Huh? And we could call some other trade unions as well. How is Gawu Records, folks? How is Gawu Records? I hate to have to make the comparison, but it's the hypocrisy of the PPP, I'm certain. Thanks so. Civil society members like Christopher Ram, unafraid of this administration, and who lots of us draw inspiration and strength from to persevere. Kaiju News tells us the government threw out the school girl out of the MASH competition. How dare her with her calypso critical of the 6.5. You think they're concerned? They dash out at any age. Any age. Not so Adam Harris. Any age they dash out. Take a look.
Tell me how much so fine. 6.5. Please tell me how much so fine. 6.5. I have a born each one made chest. I can't even rest. How possibly? Everything doubling. This thing troubling. Tell me how I must carry on with a seemingly one arm. Tell me how I must so.
The Ministry of Education Allied Arts Unit today dismissed allegations of vindictiveness raised by the Guyana Teachers Union on the National Children's Mashramani competition following a calypso which was sung by a child pertaining to the raise of 6.5% given to public servants. In a press release, the Allied Arts Unit stated that decisions made are based on established rules that have been in place for many years, specifically focusing on the appropriateness of items in relation to age groups. 2 items were rejected and the respective schools were duly advised with transparent communication on the reasons behind the decisions. The unit added that it is committed to ensuring that the content presented aligns with the age appropriateness stipulated by the rules set well in advance of the competition. Additionally, they added that it is crucial to highlight that the intention is to maintain age-appropriate standards and to abide with rules established with the competition. The press release went on to say that the primary focus of the education system is to instill principles of excellent respect, values, ethics, peace, harmony, and love, which the unit supports.
All right, that's going to do it for us at this end, folks. I did see a hard finish, a very, very, very hard finish. I tried to be a hero there this morning to get through at least most of the items. And thanks for joining us this morning. Folks, we're going to be off tomorrow morning. I want to give you a heads up. We're going to be off tomorrow morning. The night show is still a toss-up. We gotta be slippers on the ground, folks. Slippers still on the ground. Slippers still on the ground. I'm giving you an early heads up tomorrow morning. We're going to be off. Also, for all intention purposes, this is going to be our final broadcast for the week, for the morning show. For the morning show. We're going to keep you guys updated as to the evening show tomorrow. We're going to see you guys this evening on our next broadcast. I hear on credible sources. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks, on FYI. Shondell and Raquel and Pia Leacock, Mark and Gisela, and all you beautiful folks out there, Vashi, Edward. Thanks for joining us this morning. You all know where I'm heading. Thank you so much. Stay safe.